Hi, welcome back to The Saving Secret, where I help you become more intentional with your money. In today's video, I'm going to go over why I closed my Ally savings and checking accounts. Ally has been my main bank for the past 4 years, and I've moved on to a better banking solution. I'm going to show you why I'm no longer with Ally and where I put my money today. Stay tuned. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I've done a lot of different reviews about online banks, and I've done a few reviews about why I feel like Ally is the best and why I've used them over the years. But times have changed and I no longer have an active account with Ally. I still feel like Ally is a great bank, but I feel like I've outgrown them. I've switched my banking needs over to Fidelity. But before I dive into the details, be sure to smash that like button. It really helps me out, and I hope you enjoy the content. To start things off, let me give you a short history of my experience with Ally Bank. When I first started with Ally about 4 years ago, I had finished up reading Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, and I just eliminated all of my debt except for the house. I was working on building up my emergency fund, and at the time, Ally was offering a 1% high-yield savings account, one of the highest rates at the time. My goal was to put as much money in my savings account as I could and build up my emergency fund. One of the revolutionary ideas that I had is I'd funnel all of my money through my savings account and transfer what I needed into my checking account based on my monthly cash need. The goal was to build up savings automatically, and that's exactly what I did, and it worked out great over the years. The high-yield savings account continued to grow from 1% all the way to 2.2%. But then the Fed started to lower interest rates, and by 2 years later, things started to change. Ally rates have continued to drop and are now at a dismal 0.5%. It's considered a high-yield savings account, and compared to many other banks, it's still near the top. So with the lowering of interest rates, this led me down a rabbit hole of exploring all different kinds of other high-yield savings accounts. I've done so many different videos about online banking accounts like Chime, One Finance, Radius, Doe, and Simple, which is actually going out of business shortly. Sorry, Simple customers, it's not your fault. I digress. And as I explained in these different accounts, many of them were basically the same account with a new kind of branding and maybe some slightly different savings rate, but offered essentially the same things. With all of these different accounts that I opened, it just made my banking more confusing, and I wanted to simplify my banking needs. I make videos to help people, but opening up more accounts just made my life more confusing, and I wanted to simplify my banking needs. Again, this is why Simple was a great name for a bank, but it's gone. A few months ago, I was working on filling out my taxes for my 2020, and I got my 1099 INT form from Ally, which shows my interest that I had accumulated over the year. It was less than $100. Now remember, I have a system where all of my money first goes through my savings account, and then I transfer what I need into my checking account. So all of my money funnels through my savings account, and on top of all that, I maintain at least $10,000 in that account at all times. When I saw the statement at less than $100 for the entire year, this was a wake-up call. I took a step back and realized that all banks were dependent on federal interest rates, and the Fed is not interested in raising interest rates anytime soon. So I needed to find a better solution than a savings account. At the same time, I had recently started using the Fidelity cash management account, which acts just like a regular checking account, with no fees, but the added ability to instantly transfer between other Fidelity accounts, like my Roth and my Brokerage account. My Brokerage account gives me access to other investments that give me much higher interest rates than I was receiving on my savings account. Then it occurred to me, I had just found my new savings account with my Fidelity Brokerage account. Now I know using a brokerage account as a savings account has more risk than a savings account, but the returns can be much higher as well. I've been using a brokerage account as my saving account for the past couple of months, and I love it. I don't plan on changing it. The brokerage account gives me almost unlimited options to where I can invest I recognize that this brokerage account does not have FDIC coverage, and I will pay taxes on the growth of this account, but I already pay taxes on the interest on my savings account, so for me, I like the flexibility of more choices. I'm not saying that I use my brokerage account to put all my money in Bitcoin or Tesla stock. I am saying that I put my money in a no-cost index funds. That money can be converted back into cash when I need it. I know that this might be a radical change for people who no longer have a savings account, but for me this is actually more simple and gives me flexibility with better returns. I always have the option of keeping some cash in my brokerage account that's not invested, but really the financial products that can buy in a brokerage account are almost limitless, with the access to stocks, bonds, mutual fund, index funds, and ETFs. I cannot control what the federal government's going to do with interest rates, but I do have control of what I choose to invest in my brokerage account. Please feel free to write your thoughts, impressions, questions, comments in the section below. I'm interested in what your thoughts are in eliminating your savings account. Is this something that you're considering doing? I've done a full review of Fidelity Cash Management account and the Fidelity Brokerage account, and I feel like the true power is working with these two accounts together with the instant access to transfer your money between all of your Fidelity accounts. I'm always looking for ways to help people be more intentional with your money. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.